You're listening to the Reluctant Adult Podcast. If you like what you're hearing, follow us on social media and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. This is the way.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. There's a million.
This week from the internet, are Jazwares and AEW about to wish one another the best in their future endeavors? Plus, we glimpse our first look at Ryan Gosling in a Star Wars movie, and it's giving Waterworld vibes. Great news for Zombie Sailor. And forget Funko, are Labubu the real modern-day Beanie Babies? It's the Reluctant Adult Podcast.
Don't you be a dummy! Buckle your safety belt!
Think, Billy. It's morphin' time! Huh?
Oh, welcome to another episode of the Reluctant Adult Podcast. My name is Paul, and I am joined, as always, by the man who has the combination to the Jazwares vault, Bill.
Hi, everyone. That's right. And I'm not sharing it with anybody.
Not even me?
Not even you. How will I buy you Christmas presents?
I got you that combination. You better. So, hopefully by next week, we will have an unboxing. We're getting a mystery box from Jazwares. We finally made it to the point where companies are just sending us stuff because they like what we do and they want us to review their stuff on our channel. We made it, Bill. We did it.
All right. This just goes to show you, everybody, you put 300 plus episodes into something, then you start reaping the rewards.
It only takes 300 weeks to do something.
That's about it.
That's it. 300 weeks. You're
That's
good to
nothing.
go. 5+ years.
That's nothing.
It's in the scheme of things, it's nothing. Honestly, it's nothing.
In those 300 episodes, nothing life-changing happened. It was just us and the podcast.
Right. No children were
I'm
born.
just blowing smoke. That's not true.
Nothing. No global pandemics or anything like that. Yeah, but it's like, in spite of all that, like, none of that helped the podcast. We were just able to persevere. And here we are now, leaders among men, or whatever that expression is. No, but I'm very excited because I enjoy Jazwares. Specifically, I enjoy their wrestling figures. I like to show off my wrestling figure. This is Tony Schiavone. I always like to show off the most wrestling figure of them all, commentator Tony Schiavone. But I've said many times in the past, I am on record as saying that Jazwares AEW figures, I believe, are the best wrestling figures on the market today, and therefore probably ever. So keep that in mind when we talk about this next thing. The hot rumor of the week is that Jazwares and AEW are going their separate ways, that the Jazwares will no longer be the toy manufacturer for AEW action figures. Now, this is a rumor. This has not been confirmed. In fact, some people have confirmed that it is false, but no one that works for the company has come out and said one thing or the other. So we're going to run with the fact that this is not true. We're saying that this is not happening. It is a false rumor started by people who don't know what they're talking about. But I think it is an interesting opportunity to talk about AEW's relationship with Jazwares and vice versa. Now, we're going to talk about Ross and Ollie's today and how we each have found, everyone has been finding lots of stuff. And if you have a Ross, Bill, you do not have a Ross, unfortunately.
I don't.
But
I have two closer Ollies now, which is great.
Ollie's is going to be a great resource for you this summer, or this winter, I should say.
Yes. Yes.
But Ross has been getting so many AEW action figures. My wife went to a Ross recently. She sent me a picture back. They had the series with Sean Spears, which I think is one of their better figures. He comes with a folding chair. He has a Chase figure that I really want. I've never been able to find that. So if you have the Chase Sean Spears, I need that. AEW has pretty much become a staple of these. What do we call it? What is Ross? Like what's the word that describes these type of stores? They're not resellers. They're like things like overstock, closeout, but they're not closeout because it's like these stores aren't being closed out. It's overstock. It's like opportunity.
Yeah.
These are second opportunity stores, but it's not like things that have been used. It's like retail's second opportunity.
I forget the old terminology that the TJX Corporation used to use. I feel like they had called it a not so much hide and seek, but like
that's fun. Hidden gems.
Yeah, something along those lines. Like it, you don't know what you're looking for when you go in. I mean, some of us obviously in our
you don't know what you're going to find.
We deal with. Right, a hidden treasure. That's what they called it. Hidden treasure store.
Hidden treasures, hidden gems. I feel like the same thing. But it makes you sort of feel like back in the day before the internet, you would walk into Toys R Us and you'd be like, "Oh, I didn't know they were making Star Wars action figures again. What the hell? What are these?" Or lines you didn't even know for cartoons that aren't even on the air yet. So it's always fun to walk into a Ross. So as I was saying, if you walk in and if you go to Ross, you're going to find some AEW action figures, which is not the sign of a healthy line when you find their toys at Ross. Like that means they didn't sell through at retail, because Todd McFarlane is selling directly to Ross now. He has some sort of arrangement. We've seen that. No one else up to this point is selling directly to Ross. Ross is getting all their toys from Target and Walmart and other stores because they could not sell them for the price they wanted to sell them. So you would think that because we've seen so many AEW action figures so consistently at Ross, the line must be in trouble. But then it's like, it's still going. It's still got shelf space at Walmart. They're doing Target exclusives. You can buy them through Ringside Collectibles. GameStop is stocking them now. So it's like, what is this line? Because from the start, from the very beginning, I think they came out in 2020. So this would be about 5 years that the license has been held by Jazwares. They struggled right out of the gate. That first set that came out, the colors were wrong. The skin tones were way too white. So you can find versions of that Series 1 set where the figures look like ghosts. Like, it's very unnerving. And then, they only had a limited character roster to work with, and they had to put out some characters that proved to be not very popular. There are figures from that original 2020, maybe 2021 line still clogging the shelves at Walmart. I don't know why Walmart won't clearance them out. So it's been a weird relationship because, like I said, the figures are very good when executed properly. There are some, the face sculpts are not good. I'll admit it. Some are very bad, but some are very good. So it's like the potential of this line is so high, and the basic engineering of the body, I feel, is superior to what Mattel is putting out, because Mattel is working with a base body from over 10 years ago. Like, they've made updates to the engineering and the sculpt, but that base body has not really changed, like, the form of it. They're just sort of working within what they have, the parameters of that original body. So I prefer these figures. They've had trouble. Their roster is not as deep in terms of what the general audience is going to recognize. Like they had Cody Rhodes, but then Cody Rhodes left. They had Chris Jericho, but then people kind of got sick of Chris Jericho. They had the Young Bucks. People kind of never cared about the Young Bucks. John Moxley, who was Dean Ambrose in WWE. What
about CM Punk?
CM Punk. They had CM Punk for maybe a year of licensing.
Let's
and then
talk
CM
about
Punk,
Sting.
They still got Sting. But they only have Sting from what he currently looks like. They can't do anything from WCW. They're sort of tiptoeing around that with some of these luminaries. But it's like, in theory, these figures should appeal to more people. But I think AEW as an organization has struggled. Their ratings have never really reached what they had towards the beginning. So, but on the other hand, they've found this new way of making figures faster by putting them out on their Jazwares vault. So this past whatever, they showed a bunch of new characters that were going to come to the Jazwares Vault website, the ROH line, including Smart Mark Sterling from the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast, which, everyone in my circle is very excited about. So the fact that there are rumors that this line is not going to continue is very concerning. I have a lot of Matt Cardona figures, but I'd like a AEW Matt Cardona figure. I'd like to see what they were going to do. Colt Cabana, he was finally going to get a real action figure. Hopefully he still will. Hopefully this is not true. I don't want this to be true. But then the question becomes, if Jazwares does not make AEW action figures anymore, is there another company that would pick up this license? Is this something McFarlane would try to do? But I don't know. Because you see, there's lots of sides to it. It's like it is a brand that had some public awareness because it's been around for a while, but it also has been around at Ross and stuff, so it sort of has this like, well, it can't do well at retail. It struggles at retail for lots of reasons that some of I just talked about. So would a company pick it up thinking like, well, I would do it differently. I would do this, XYZ.
I would add balls to their wrists.
To their wrists and their ankles. I almost want to see what I want to see what McFarlane would do, just because I feel like the way he engineers his figures with that diaper cod piece, that would actually work well for figures in trunks.
Right.
Like I feel that actually
have like a
sort
digital
of works.
sculpt. You'd probably have like a hand sculpted face at that point that wouldn't look.
Do you think does he
right.
still do does he do it in wax? I don't think they're doing it in wax. I think they're still doing digital portraits, even if he's not like getting scans of people.
Fair enough.
I mean, it's just so much cheaper and faster. I can't imagine they're like shipping wax sculpts around for approval. I don't think the toy industry works that way anymore.
Sure.
Even like the Kickstarter we're going to talk about tonight, it's all virtual. It's all digital. It's cheaper. It's faster. There's really no downside to it that I can think of. Maybe someone can think of something, but so that is what I wanted to say. We like Jazwares. Jeremy Padower is a very central figure in the toy world. He is very high up at Jazwares. He was instrumental in getting the WWE Superstars line going back when Jax had that. He's very rich now, so I feel like he's a little removed from all of it, but he you can follow him on Twitter and he still will tweet and stuff. So yeah, so that's it. That's what's going on there.
Good. Nice.
Is there any good segues?
I have nothing
from
to
that?
add about AEW. I can't think of anything. I found a solid case of Rhea Ripley action figures. I know she's not with AEW, but I found a solid case of Rhea Ripley action figures at my
Ollie's?
brand new Ollie's. New Ollie's. Yeah.
That was the Rhea, the basic, and she's all black. I almost feel like that was from her Saudi Arabia match. It's just like head to toe. You know how they have, when they go to Saudi Arabia, the females have to wear They can't have any skin showing. That's part of their culture.
Oh, okay.
Where it's like, if I see your skin, you are a disgrace in the eyes of God or Allah or whatever. I don't know anything about religion. I said something last week or the week before about Hobby Lobby and how that they don't have Halloween because of Jesus or something. And people were like, oh, you're making fun of this Christian-owned company. And I was like, I honestly have no idea about any of the religions. I don't know one from the other. I know that if you're Jewish, you have Hanukkah. That's pretty much the extent of what I know.
I saw one comment about that video brought us about the barcodes, especially said that Hobby Lobby saw that the barcode was potentially the sign of the beast, Satan. Right. And I had to dive deep into that. Into that, and that was just a rumor. So that's not true.
But I don't even understand what that would mean. They just don't do barcodes. Right, because they're money laundering. We all agree. We all agree there's some money laundering going on, right? Like, there's no way. There's no reason. I'm not buying the Jesus was the answer. Barcodes aren't in the Bible. We can't do it. Again, not making fun. If they're money laundering, I'm making fun of that. If you are doing something unscrupulous, I will make fun of you for that. I don't care what you do on Sunday, who you pray to.
That's going to be my new store. I'm going to call that. I'm going to open up a religious entertainment store and call it Barcodes and Bibles.
Barcodes and Bibles.
Yeah.
Barcodes, Bibles, and Bible Bonkers. Billy's Barcode Bible Bonkers. Because you're Billy.
Whoa.
Baby Billy.
Yeah.
You're old man Billy.
Oh.
It was your birthday this past week. You turned 61?
As the social medias would think, yeah.
Nobody questioned that. I think your wife was like, you
don't
look a day over 60.
I was like, great. Well,
you're...
full disclosure, I turned 42.
I was going to say, you're the age I will be in December. So I always have to sort of be like, okay, I'm this.
Yes.
I put up a picture of you that you sent me with a puppet for people to wish you happy birthday, and a few people did. That was very nice.
It was. Thank you.
Here's the picture. So you were at Goodwill, as you often are, and you found
at Goodwill. Yeah.
This green monster puppet, and it had glasses on it. You put some readers on him, and he looked very much like Frankie Focus, the puppet that looks like me. So I just made it look a little bit more like Frankie Focus. So people are like, "You two look great," because it's just me and you. It's just the two of us hanging out at the Goodwill.
Hanging out, old pals.
There were a couple of comments, because is this inside the Goodwill, this photo?
Yes.
Okay. So my wife said that is the cleanest Goodwill that she has ever seen. It looks like a library. Okay. And then somebody said you only do photos in really long rooms. And it is a very long room. It extends quite a bit behind you.
Yeah.
So those were the comments about that. Was there anything else about that?
Okay.
Oh, yes. So it was a big week for finding puppets at Goodwill, because I saw a TikTok of someone who found these handmade puppets, and they were signed. Inside had the artist's signature, and they put it out there, and they were like, can we find who made these? And the person who made them commented, and he said that he made them, they were personalized for a wedding. It was the bride and groom. But just like those pop yourselves, they ended up at Goodwill. So he's like, that's the last time I do personalized puppets for us. Like, what do you care, bro? You got paid. Like, you want them, like, you know, the odds that they both love puppets and they're going to cherish them forever is very slim. It's like either he or she is really into puppets. And the other one was like,
or they're not together anymore.
They're not together.
That was just a sad memory at that point.
Maybe the puppets broke them up. It was like you go to the therapist and you talk to the puppet. It was like, it was too real.
Yeah.
I can't talk to this. I feel like I married this puppet. Well, we're talking about puppets. Let's transition over to the Muppet Show very quickly, because there's not a lot to say. But Disney always trying to make the Muppets a thing, which I appreciate because I love the Muppets. I just don't feel like the Muppets work in present day, because the best thing that the Muppets did, and I felt like it was great, but I was like the only one that liked it, was they did that show on ABC where it was like behind the scenes of putting together the show, and it was shot like Modern Family or The Office with, like, you know, the testimonial interviews and everything. I thought that was fantastic. I really enjoyed that. There were a few missteps along the way, but I really thought like it was finding its footing, and they only gave it one season, and it went away. And since then, they've done like a Netflix or Disney Plus show with the band Dr. Teeth, Electric Mayhem, which they were never my favorite characters, so I really didn't make it through that one. But what they're doing is this is just going to be a continuation of the Muppet Show from the 70s. I don't know if they're going to pretend like nothing else happened and they've been doing shows this whole time, but they're doing a backdoor what's the word? They're doing a pilot, like a backdoor pilot. Yeah. Where it's going to be presented as a special, and then Sabrina Carpenter is going to be the musical guest. Every show has a musical guest. So, I'm excited to see what that's going to be.
Are they going to have to save the Muppet Studio? Is that what the plot is?
Well, it sounds like it's already been saved if they're having the Muppet Show in the Muppet
I hope so.
Theater.
I don't know.
Because they've shown behind the scenes.
I'm just saying that every single one of them, they're always trying to save.
That's the thing. That's where this is going to be different, where it's just going to be like this. Their show is doing fine, and they're just having weekly guests and everything. So I don't think we're going to have any of that drama. There's enough drama. Enough Disney drama going on. Could you imagine that the Muppet Show gets indefinitely suspended? It's like Fozzie, what joke did you tell that you got the Muppets kicked off of ABC? God damn it, Fozzie, that's not appropriate.
Oh, I can imagine being like,
fuck. I just want to go on record.
Kermit was never funny. He's terrible.
Who is not funny? Fozzie.
Kermit. He's never been funny.
Kermit is
Fozzie
hilarious.
either.
Yeah, Fozzie's not. That's his joke though. Couple things.
His ratings are terrible.
I wanted to do a couple things. Historical context. That what we just referenced there was Jimmy Kimmel was suspended indefinitely. So when you listen to this in a year, and we're all in camps or whatever, but just know that this is when that started. And then the other thing is, what good timing to close down Muppets 3D at Hollywood Studios when you have The Muppet Show coming out. Like, what perfect timing let's put all our energy behind the Muppets, and now we've closed would have been just the perfect updated a little bit, put some new posters up.
Sure.
You could have had a gift shop. No, but they got a roller coaster now.
Central hangout for all the Disney adults. But yeah, you're right. Now they have a roller coaster that has a gift shop at the end of the ride.
Does it?
I don't know.
I don't remember there being a gift shop. I did ride this, even though I don't like roller coasters.
You can get shirts and posters and drumsticks, and maybe if you're really like wealthy, you can get a guitar.
Can you imagine buying a guitar, Disney, and walking around with it? You gotta go to quick service, have it around your neck. The only thing I remember about buying stuff over by the Aerosmith roller coaster, one of the Disney weekends or whatever they used to do, they opened up like one of those temporary buildings, like back. Remember, like when we were in school, instead of building entire buildings, they would just have these temporary buildings. You have to have class in.
Yeah.
Did you ever?
Yeah.
What a weird. Is that still a thing? Why was that ever okay? That was so bizarre.
Well, they'd put everybody into it wasn't so much a camper, but it was.
Yeah.
It was like.
It was
a trailer. I think they were called. Yeah, it was a trailer.
It was a trailer.
I never had
and
to,
they're like, okay, learn.
Yeah.
I did once, and I was living. It wasn't the town that I ended up in. It was before that. I guess you didn't live in that town. Very weird. Very weird. In retrospect, especially. Yeah. So anyways, they had those set up, and it was like Jabba the Hutt themed or something. And I remember walking through there thinking it was like, oh, this is cool, but it wasn't that cool. Oh. So that's that. Muppets, puppets, cool. I love everything. I love everything Muppet. Give me a Frankie Focus something. I'd like to do an interview with Frankie Focus. I don't know if he's catching on. I haven't really seen a lot of people.
I told you that sad story about the puppet. We went back to get the puppet, and they wanted $25 for it because
it's too much. It's too much.
It was a Sesame Street original puppet.
I don't think it is. I think they're lying to
you. Of course they're lying to me. That Goodwill is crooked right now. Are you for real? It's run by some kind of wild authoritarian who thinks everything costs money. Like everything there is priced at almost full retail. It's insane.
Yeah, I don't understand what they what their business model is anymore. Like, is stuff selling?
No.
Are people paying that? Like, nothing
I
could
feel
be
like
moving.
The oddest thing about my local Goodwill is the fact that there could be 30 cars, and maybe they take a van somewhere and they bring them somewhere larger, to a larger facility so they can sort, but there could be 30 cars out there and 5 customers in the building. And you're like, where is everyone else? And it's across the street from a mattress discounter. It's bizarre.
Oh, well, that's very shady.
And we all know their fronts.
So there's just cars but no people to drive them? That's weird.
Exactly. The cars do not equal
that,
the amount of people in the store at any given time. And I've even gone so far as to look into the receiving room where they sort and everything, and there might be 2 or 3 people in there. So where is everyone else?
Where are the people? Well, I think we've just broken a big story here. We need to get to the bottom of this. Where are the Goodwill people? Where has all the Goodwill gone?
To the bins.
I'm disturbed. Oh, holy shit. I went to a version of the bins. It wasn't Goodwill bins. I don't know if I have a picture of this. I think I put it on Instagram. It was called Totes Man or Tote Mans or something.
Tote Boys. Tote Boys.
Tote Boys. Do you know Tote Boys?
I saw that. I don't know.
You just saw that I posted it?
But
okay.
I saw that and I was like, what the hell is
Tote
this?
Boys. So we were trying to find a spirit, and there's this, strip mall that has like Ross and TJ Maxx and stuff, and they had a spirit where there used to be like a shoe carnival or something, and I just saw this sign for Tote Boys, and it's totes, like immediately I'm like, I know what this is. I had the 2 kids with me. We walk in, immediately they're like, it smells, and it smelled like broccally. It was very hard to get in there. It was hard. Like I had my back turned, they ran back to the door because they're like, it smells.
Wow.
And it was very small, and there were very few bins. I just did a quick look around. I didn't see anything that looked like toys, and like it really did smell. So we had to get out of there. I don't know what the deal is in there.
Them Tote Boys.
But I need to see what their business model is, because there like wasn't enough product in there.
Have you looked at any videos regarding Tote Boys?
No, I didn't even really think to look them up. I just was like, hey, this is becoming a popular store. Like other places are doing these like bins, kind of like Amazon or whoever. Like I don't know, they like take returns and they don't actually bring them back. They just like instead of throwing them out, they auction them off to these places.
Right.
What a weird wild world. Very weird. Okay. Before we go to break, let's read this review, because this review is fantastic, and I want to talk a little bit about how much I love this review, and also some other ways that you can help promote the show and get us more listeners and viewers. So the first thing you can do, Apple Podcasts, leave us a review. Click, if nothing else, click 5 stars. If you'd like to leave some words, this person really went all out, left an amazing review. I said I was going to have this put on tapestry or embroidered or on something. It's very good. I'm going to read it in a moment, but I saw some other things this week. I was like, oh, this is easy for people to do. We post the whole show on YouTube later in the day. Go on there, subscribe to our channel, like the video, just let it play in the background. If you don't want to really watch it, if you already listened to the audio, let it play, just walk away. But there's another thing that I noticed looking at the analytics, and I should go to it right now so I can see what it's called, but I'm probably not gonna be able to find it. There was like a word, they're like it's like something else you can this is the worst. Hold on, I forgot to hold up something white, of course, by the end of the show. There's something on there, it's not like sharing, it's like just something, I don't even know if it's on everything, but if you see anything on there that's like like promote or like help, do it. Click it. Click all the things.
We're really showing our age in this show. We're just like, what's that thing called? I gotta call my grandson. He'll know what it is. Terrible.
I don't even know if that's so much an old person thing, because if you find, this is the funniest thing about being our generation.
You'll get there. Give it 2 more months. You'll get there, and then you'll be like,
there's like every generation I always lose my keys. There's always each generation is good at something and then very bad at something. So like our generation sort of a gap bridges the gap because we existed before computers and the internet. But you know, for the majority of our like adult lives, or an entirety of our adult lives, we've had computers. I'm just rambling as I'm trying to find this thing. So where the hell is it? I really want to find this.
I built a shed today. I lost the instructions to build the shed. I had to go online and find them. I found them, which was great. I had to use my phone to build my shed.
Well, I always do the online instructions because I can't see the paper. I need to be able to pinch and zoom in. So I always try to find the online
probably because you're always too busy white balancing with a piece of paper.
You think people like understand what I'm doing when I put up the piece of paper?
I don't know. Like, I think you do the piece of paper before the video. I think that's the first time anyone's ever seen you do that with the paper. Usually,
well, I usually do.
The show starts.
It is usually before the show starts, but I did it recently. Where is it? Fuck.
I can't believe you're still looking for this. I think this is a lost cause. I think we got to move on.
No, I refuse.
Okay, keep going.
Promotions. I'm like looking through my analytics on YouTube. I don't know. Posts? What are posts? I've never created a post before. We really need to just get a few more views and then we can like make money off of our videos. That's what the whole goal here. All right, I'm about to give up. But basically go on YouTube. Anything you see that you can click for us, click it.
Except report. Don't click that.
Yeah, there's a video on here where we talked about Todd McFarlane and AI, and he held this contest to create a cover for Spawn, and someone did AI. This was like a year ago or so or more, so like AI wasn't as well known. Yeah, so it's like AI at the time, like people were like, "What's AI?" Whatever. And the guy won with AI, so we made this video talking about it. People get so mad. And they call me out and they're like, you need to make a retraction because Todd went back and did something. I was like, that's not how videos work. I'm not going to delete the video. It's like our most popular video. But they're always like, I'm clicking do not recommend this podcast. I'm like, all right. I mean, I don't, I guess that's all you can do as if you really don't like something. This is too bad. There's like so many things on here. None of this means anything to me. All right, I've officially given up. Okay, so let's read this review. It's very good. Here we go. I had to put it in 2 images because it's kind of long. This is from Windog. He writes, or the title is My Podcast Toy Family. He writes, every week I get to listen to the surprisingly professional conversations of Bill and Paul. I consider them my podcast toy family. It's like I'm sitting on the couch in their homes listening to the hilarious back and forth chats, rants, and arguments over breaking toy news, geeky pop culture stuff, fast food nightmares, and Bill stealing stuff from people's yards. They always make me laugh, and I always learn something new. They are my toy comfort food. I like that. Let's put that on a shirt. But in podcast form. It's a nice mix of nostalgic memories and the current goings-on in the toy industry. Sometimes Paul wants to introduce a new segment. Sometimes Bill wants to try a few bottles of wine. Sometimes things get really quiet, and the mystery makes you lean into the car speakers. Yes, we do that on purpose. You can never predict where the show will go, but you can predict I'm often yelling at the radio to scold Paul for not seeing a certain classic movie. He can't hear me. Well, now what movie have I not seen? Anyway, you'll get an earful of whatever is happening in the world of Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, Ghostbusters, Star Wars, G.I. Joe, and sometimes Labubu. Yeah, tonight. Transformers and the team's favorite points of contention, Hot Wheels. It's never boring. It's often hilarious and sometimes maddening, just like close family members. It's worth a listen and worth a subscription. Easily one of the most entertaining toy podcasts available. And to that I say, are there toy podcasts more entertaining? I would like to see that list. We are the most entertaining podcast. Toy podcast.
Probably short
list. I'm just going to go on we are the most entertaining podcast. End of sentence. Period. End of sentence.
Hands down. There we go.
Fuck you, Joe Rogan. Is he even a show? I feel like he's just AI clips on TikTok now. I don't even know. So yeah, that was an all-timer review. So your goal is to write us a review better than that. Can you do it? Are you up to the task? I think you can do it. You can use AI if you want. That's okay. I've done that a few times myself. And then maybe you can figure out how to help us on YouTube, because I'd really like to get to the next tier and get some money from that. That'd be great, especially since it sounds like TikTok's going to be going away again. At least we have Instagram, right? Instagram's pretty good.
Yeah.
Instagram was mad at us because of my opinion on the toys that made us. And we'll probably talk about that right after this. So last week, someone had asked us to talk about the toys that made us. And I just, I didn't really think about it too much. This was just like my thoughts at the moment. And I was sort of like, I not that they're sensationalizing toys, which is like a weird thing to say. That's like, I don't even think that would be a negative thing to say, like, you're sensationalizing toys. I mean, that's what we do every week. Like, we talk about these things. Like, I don't think toys were ever meant to be talked about in such great detail like we do. The fact that we can talk about them every week, we're sensationalizing toys. But I just sort of said, like, the toys that made us, the Netflix documentary series, it's not made for me, I don't think, because this is knowledge I already have. So it's not like that Unknown Number documentary where there's going to be that reveal where it was the mom the whole time, and you're like, holy shit, that guy made He-Man. That was a spoiler. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, it's the latest like meme.
Yeah.
Got that lady deal on the phone.
It's a big deal. My wife told me about this documentary. She watched it without me, and then she was like, do you want to watch it? But she had already told me the twist. I was like, usually I'm like, I don't care, tell me the twist. But now I'm like, damn, I really think that would have been an amazing moment to be like, it was the mom. Because they had her, like, she was being interviewed like she was just another character in the show. They did not imply at all that she was a suspect until it was revealed that she was the one doing it. So apologies if you were spoiled, but go watch that. It was pretty fucked up. So anyways, there's not going to be something in the toys that made us that has such a reveal like that. It's just sort of like a nice, like, let's get all of the general information about this specific toy line. Let's put it in a package, present it to an audience, and it's good. It lives forever. That's fine. The history of toy will not change. It's great.
You get interviews with people that made the toys. But if you're in that, you are in that sphere,
right,
of collecting where like your core collection is Star Wars, those stories already. Or
those
G.I.
stories.
Joe, that stuff already. The most stuff that I learned was probably from like Hello Kitty and Star Trek and wrestling and things like that. But again, if you're already into that, then you already know these things. So it's not as
gripping. It's like maybe nice to see the toys and maybe they had some old footage or something, but it's not. It's not going to keep your attention the way something that you didn't know about.
Right.
So
I feel like the most of the people that like watch it, they're like, "Oh, that's the show. That's for me."
Yeah, I know. You would think
the show for
people
me.
Probably like, oh, have you seen that show? You like toys? Have you seen that show? I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Yeah. So people like, I don't know. They were like, I don't know that they were upset. One guy said that I was gatekeeping, which I don't think he even understands what that term means. Because at no point did I say don't watch this. At no point did I say the show's bad or that it is hurting toy. Like, you're misusing the term, sir. Go watch this show. Our friends from Nacelle make this show. And I even said, like, maybe someday we'll be on it. Like, I think Pixel Dan's been on it. They have experts from the toy industry on as commentators. And I think that's fun. I think it's fine. I just said someone wanted us to talk about it. We talked about it. And then people are upset at what we said. So that's fine.
They did not agree with our opinions. They
didn't agree, but it's like you can't agree with an opinion. It's not. I'm not trying to say like it doesn't exist. Like you could disagree with that, but if you're like,
what did I tell you to do? What did I tell you to do?
I don't know. What'd you say?
I told you that you needed to have a letter or an apology to the Nacelle group, and then make a charitable donation to the Nacelleverse.
Yeah, it's our second Jimmy Kimmel reference. I did for a moment think about reaching out to them and seeing if they wanted to do something, but then I was like, they're definitely not going to. that the real life issue of Jimmy Kimmel has not been resolved yet. So it's like, it's not like we can laugh about it yet.
Sure.
It's like, we're not even sure if we're going to be allowed to have free speech pretty soon. So it's like, I don't think we're in a place where we're really laughing about it yet. But, you know, maybe next week. Things move real quick in 2025. So we'll see what happens. But I work in film, kind of. I studied film in college. This is what I like. I've always thought of doing like a documentary, but it's like I don't want to actually go to the people and stuff. So I was like, how could I do it from like webcams and stuff? And I don't know that it would be as impactful. But I think there are stories worth telling. Like, you know, we mentioned before that we talked to Sir Steve from Sir Steve's Guide, and he had some stories from Toy Fair and about getting the photos about
there's our toys that made us moment. We just go dig up that episode, Paul, and we'll refine it a little bit with
we should remaster
our 2025 aesthetic.
Yeah.
Yes, then we'll call it the special edition. Have him back.
We haven't had a guest in a while.
No,
I had a grand plan to do a secondary show. It's just too much work, guys.
I think at that point, I don't even know if we had. It was just an audio podcast when we recorded.
It was definitely not video. We might have been able to see him, but we weren't recording it because it was.
I don't remember.
Was it even the pandemic yet?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah,
but still, we hadn't incorporated video. There came a point where all these like recording sites made video possible because everybody had to do it for work.
Yeah.
So just one of those other benefits of the pandemic. Okay. So I don't think we've said anything too egregious or
inflammatory about the toys that made us. No.
What's the other word I'm looking for? Yeah, will come to me later. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Poor Paul. Man, oh man. You got to take your St. John's wort.
What is that?
I think it was for memory.
It's funny you can't remember.
Back in like the 90s, they were like really pushing St. John's wort. Yeah, it's like a holistic memory enhancement pill supplement.
Clearly worked really well. An herb used traditionally for mild to moderate depression, anxiety, or menopausal symptoms. Okay.
Oh. Well, maybe I'm thinking of ginkgo biloba. I don't know.
Ooh, I like that name. You know, it's funny you mentioned that because we live in a time where there are a lot of snake oil salesmen selling a lot of snake oil. And people just like, you know, if someone wants to advertise on your show, they're going to pay you money. So you like a lot of these podcasts, they have sponsors and it's sort of questionable. A lot of them are sort of questionable. And, you know, you kind of think, okay, if you're a small podcast, someone's going to pay you money. You're probably like, yes, I would like to be paid. But when you have these larger companies that are like making money from other sponsors, you would think they would be able to sort of pick and choose who they want. But the WWE, if you've been following them recently, they've just sort of been like, anyone that wants to pay them for anything, they'll do it. They've plastered all these brands all over their mat. They're doing special matches sponsored by different things. They put logos on the folding tables that people get thrown through. Like there's a Slim Jim logo on either side and they get broken in half. They had a match this past whatever for, now they're on ESPN, and it was something called WrestlePalooza. They had a special, I'm trying to think of what it's called. Is it EFP or something? What is it? This is like, there's like something they say is in the air and they use like magnets to get rid of it. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, EMP.
Okay.
Yeah.
EMP.
You either need me or
they were having they had it sponsored by EMP like away or something. I don't even know. Okay. And it's just, you know, it's just made up, like they're just stealing money from old people, like company. Like it's not real. Like, you know, like remember like they used to sell the bracelets, electromagnet something,
electromagnetic pulse.
Yeah. So it's like
I do remember the copper magnet bracelets. Yeah. They had a couple. You know, it was like they had a picture.
Give you superpowers.
I remember at the time. I think I remember at the time when I was dating somebody back in the early early 2000s, and they were all about baseball. And then one of the pitchers was wearing one of these magnetic copper doohickeys, and it was all the rage. It was supposed to balance out your balance out your
Randy
your center
Johnson
or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah,
remember.
I mean, it's witchcraft. It's not real.
Goofy,
but people
shit.
will try. They'll try whatever. Some of the I saw a clip where all the players jump the second the pitcher throws it because it's like science says the muscles react differently. People will try whatever to get an advantage. But this is not real. I'm sorry to break it to you if you think it's real. But they had a match sponsored by it was called an EMF friendly. Is EMF different than EMP? Now I don't even know.
I mean, I'm sure EMF is also electromagnetic frequency.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
There we go.
LifeTune Zone Max. See, I don't even know. It's just like what is this world? What, like, come on, stop just taking money for everything. Why is money so important to you? This is crazy.
It's like what 2 years ago when crypto really started going big, and then you saw all these companies popping up asking, we can be your crypto financial advisors. Let us handle your crypto.
It's so wild. It's so wild. Money's not real, guys. You know that, right? We just made it up like Valentine's Day. It's not real. You don't have to sell your soul and your reputation to get more of it. It's wild. So, speaking of Kickstarter, I think that's actually a pretty good segue. Because you need money to make toys. So this is a real thing, unlike EMF and EMP or whatever. Someone reached out to us. They have this project. There's a Kickstarter. It's already been funded. They don't even need our help. It's already been funded. It's called Queso Jones, and it is a vinyl toy that is a mashup of Casey Jones, and it's like he's in Carbonite, like Han. But it's pizza. It looks like pizza. And then the side of the Carbonite block, and then the side of it has like Ninja Turtle doohickeys, like the ooze canister, and I think there's like the foot, like their cell phone that they had. So you can go on Kickstarter. They what is this? They needed 6,800. They've already got 18,000. They are good. But there's limited things to get. It's like there's only 100 of each color, so it's like if you want, you better get on there quick if you want any of these. There's not many left. There's only 12 days left as of Sunday night. So this was a quick one.
12 days of queso. Ooh.
I love queso. But there's different add-ons, like a base. You can either get the base that looks more like the Carbonite, the Star Wars one, or you can get a manhole cover. It's a big toy, too. It's 8 inches tall, so it's like in scale with 6-inch figures. It looks really cool. I really think this is great, and it comes with all different fun colors. There's like a just like an all gray one, and then there's a green one, there's a gold one. Is the normal? There's like a base color. I almost feel like that one might be gone, like because I said there's only limited of each of them. So if you want it, get on there. Queso Jones, look that up. It's made by Toys on Tap. You can follow them on Instagram. They do lots of fun, just like unique, completely illegal toys that they make themselves. They are not officially branded in any way, and I think that's more fun than anything because you can actually get the toys really quick, and that's all. We just want the toys. We don't care. Again, I don't care about Disney making more money off of this or Nickelodeon, whoever owns the Turtles. Screw those guys. They got enough. I just want toys. I don't care where the money's going anymore. I don't own any of these characters. So here's some photos of that. I think that's fun.
That is fun.
He did send. He
like
did say that he would send us one. So that's really why we're talking about it, because I want this for my collection. But look, they're
nice.
like in scale with Black Series. I think it just looks really fun.
Yeah.
Very cheesy. Very cheesy. I've always heard like vinyl toys. Muy queso. I want to see like it's like soft vinyl. Is it actually soft? Can I bend it, or is that just like the terminology? Is there hard vinyl?
Is that one with him and the outside looks like a pizza?
Which one?
Crust? No. The first one.
This one?
No.
The very first one that I showed? Where he's on the card?
Yeah.
This it? Looks like what?
Pizza crust? Looks like pizza crust.
Like the outside of the block?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's the idea.
Yeah.
It's like a square. It's like one of those Pizza Hut pizzas, the square pizzas.
Right. That's fun.
It's fun.
I hope you get one.
It's very fun. I hope we get one too. He did say we would get one. So I do hope he sends us one. I really want it. All right, we mentioned Ollie's. Let's talk about this. So you went to an Ollie's. You said it was very clean. That was your
brand new
takeaway
Ollie's
from it.
Brand new Ollie's.
Brand new Ollie's.
I took a video.
When did it open? I thought you were going to go to the grand opening.
I had heard rumor that it was opening on the 25th, and I was talking to one of my coworkers, and he said that he had gone out and he'd taken a drive in southern New Hampshire and saw that the Ollie's was opened, and he went in, and I said, well, I'm going this afternoon then. So I got out of work and I hopped up and went up north, and this Ollie's used to be a Big Lots, so I knew the layout pretty well in terms of the box of the store and what it looked like. But I got in there, cleanest Ollie's I've ever been in. And it was like, I want to know what's in an Ollie's that's brand new and not one that has like 5 years worth of toys and crap built up.
Yeah. All those Eternal figures.
Right. So this one had no Eternal figures. It had nothing. Ooh. It had nothing. It was like a legitimate toy aisle. Like crazy. All the toys just seemed like it was new. It was insane to me. It made no sense. It was like a store. It wasn't just like, here's some garbage and the ceiling's leaking.
Hey, listen, I just noticed what time it was. Do you want to we
got to get ready
for your thing.
Prepped.
Well,
those weren't there either.
I'm going to explain what's happening now to our audience.
All right. Real quick.
So before the show, Bill explained that at 10 o'clock, he had to stop recording regardless of what was going on, and he has to hop on the Pop Mart website on his phone. I guess it's an app then. If it's on your phone, it's an app. He has to hop on the Pop Mart app, and he is trying to get a Labubu. Now, what Labubu are you trying to get? Is this a new set? I don't know how Labubus work.
No, I feel like
making new ones.
Where do I need to go? Can I screen record? It is the big Into Energy.
Video, he's going to try to screen record.
There's the screen record. There we go.
There we go. It's good content.
Yeah, so we're just going to wait.
Here's my white paper again.
Yes. So basically, we went to my brother-in-law's 40th birthday yesterday, and one of his friends and my sister, they're good high school friends. And she said, oh, I'm trying to get, she comes to me and she says, your sister tells me that if there's Labubus, you're the man to talk to, because you're really good at getting Labubus.
Labubu whisperer.
And I said, I don't know so much about that. And I just started going into this rant about how you have to go on the Pop Mart app, but before you used to be able to go on the website or the Pop Mart app, and then you could go on Reddit and I was just over explaining it, and I felt like I had something going wrong with me, because I was like, who am I? What have I turned into? But basically, she was looking for him for her kid, and it was one of those situations where it was like, she's never going to get the Labubu for her kids for Christmas, but I have the resources to help out. Sure. So I joined forces with my wife, and we went in, and we managed to get 3 Labubu last night, but one of them was a duplicate. So we're just kind of arranging it so we can make Christmas better for some people.
That's nice.
Make the holidays better. So if there's an instance where we have a Labubu and we just want it for cost, then we're going to do that. So it's 10 o'clock now.
What is the cost?
There was just a drop.
Retail.
They are $27.99 a piece.
That's a lot. You can get Marvel Legends for that.
You could.
Then you got to buy clothes for them. It's expensive.
It is. So I'm cycling through right now. Oh.
Okay. Bill's trying to buy a Labubu. Labubu Bill.
Trying a Labubu.
Yeah. Labubu Bill. LaBill Bill.
LaBill Bill.
Labubu Bill. Labubu Bill. LaBill Boo. Later, if there's time, we're going to talk about how the Labubu craze has crashed and that people don't want Labubu anymore.
Really?
Pop Mart has lost $13 billion in a brutal post-hype meltdown. While Bill's doing that, let me do my little line I prepared. Forget Funko. Labubu is the new Beanie Baby. That's pretty good. I think I'll run with that. Yeah, so Bill's he's currently clicking through. Obviously, getting this Labubu is more important than the show. I just want everyone out there to know.
I'm just trying to concentrate.
I've never purchased a toy during the show. I always stay very professional.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, it's fine. This will probably be our best clip ever.
It could be potentially, or be the worst
before
one.
It becomes a right wing.
People are really probably going to be like,
it's purchased.
My God. I know.
So they can.
There is my wife sent me a link today. There is a person dressed up like a Labubu in Salem this year.
Oh, I've seen it. I feel like I've seen the exact one you're talking about. It's very unsettling.
I said, you know what? They are going to make. They're walking through with like a little kettle for their tips, because they are a street performer. And I said they need a bigger tip jar, because
should be like
that's going to make a lot of money. But then I said to myself, that's going to make a lot of money this season, because next year nobody's going to care. No, nobody will care.
Labubu is this year's Beanie Baby. What will be the next one?
What will be the next one?
Labubu is like the Tickle Me Elmo, where you had Tickle Me Elmo was popular because Rosie O'Donnell had it on her show. What a weird. Imagine explaining that to someone. You know, Rosie O'Donnell. Oh yeah, that lady that had to leave the country because the president hates her. Yeah, her. She had a talk show and she had an Elmo toy on, and everybody wanted that Elmo toy because of that. Wow, that's a crazy story, right? She also had MJF from AEW on there as a child, and he would sing. Whoa, what a crazy story. Is she beloved? No, not really. She also played Betty Rubble on the Flintstones. What a crazy life she lived. It was pretty crazy. She's still alive though. Oh, okay.
Right. She's got a TikTok and is on it. You can interact with her.
She's got TikTok. Is she married to anyone famous? Or is that Ellen? Ellen is married to Portia de Rossi. She's not. Ellen, or can't keep all the lesbians straight. It's kind of funny, right?
That's gonna be your clip.
Straight. Come on, that's funny, right? I just said that wasn't even intentional. Damn. I thought that was funny. So Bill, were you successful in your Labubu?
You killed me.
It didn't happen? You didn't get one?
Your unintentional joke. No, I'm still scrolling through.
I made you laugh.
How
long does it take to get a Labubu?
So the way it works is you have these boxes in a tray. Nah, he's fine. You got these boxes in a tray, and if they aren't highlighted, it means that somebody already has them in their
cart.
This is the Pop Mart app is one of those situations where you need 2 fingers to use it, a selection finger, and a checkout finger.
Sure.
So I can't do things with one. I can't do things with one finger. Oh, all right, I'm done. No Labubu for me.
Aw, that poor child. Just give her one of yours.
It's okay.
Get a Lafufu, one of those fake ones.
Oh, the Lafufus. They'll tell you right now. Don't go. If you don't get it from the Pop Mart site or app, it's not a Labubu.
Five Below has one. That's just as good.
Yeah, my wife saw those,
you go to
and
Ollie's,
she was like, "These are terrible."
Get Mr. Perfect. I mean, yeah, they're
Labubu.
They're all soft. He comes with a soft singlet, so yeah, that's kind of like the same.
How do I turn off the screen mirroring?
Recording? Mirroring? I don't know. I can't even find something on YouTube. I don't know technology.
You can't.
So anyways, the deal with Labubu
I'm sorry, that was terrible.
Well, listen. Boom. You got to try.
There we go. All right.
It could have been the best thing ever.
It could have been fun, but it's probably 2 minutes of
classic
stress.
Line. It gave you toy anxiety. That's the other show. Wow. So the deal with Labubu is people are saying that the hype was it's fake. Like it was fabricated. It didn't happen organically. Celebrities helped push it along, and now it's sort of dropping off. But you seem to be saying the opposite of that. So we'll see. We'll see. Is it Labubu? It's like every character is the same. It's the same face, and it's just like the fur is different color.
Yeah, that seems to be about it.
Are they all keychains, or they're not keychains? That's a different line.
I mean, at least the size. I saw. So in our neighborhood, they had a neighborhood-wide yard sale, which your mother didn't participate in, just so you're aware.
Good.
But me and the kids drove through and stopped at. They had 9-yard sales. We went to 8 of them, and we're driving down the street and we look over. There's a kid walking because it was one of those. Every one of them was in walking distance. But we handled it like we would handle trick or treat and just got in the car and got dropped off at every single stop. But walking down the street, my daughter sees this kid and he's got like 7 Labubus on like a bandolier, like a Chewbacca bandolier strap going down his chest, and she's like, "Look at all that guy's Labubus," and I'm like, "Oh, wow." And then she's like, "I bet they're Lafufu."
Oh, I bet he's poor.
Yeah.
He can't. He should trade all his Lafufu for one Labubu. No, that kid knows what's up. Rather have 7 Lafufu than 1 Labubu. That's just how I live, though. That's how I roll. I have not been dragged into Labubu world, thankfully.
Right.
I'm waiting for
no,
the
that's
day.
good.
I'm gonna ask you to get
like
it
I
for
said,
me.
we are only using our skills to try to help a friend get Labubu for her 3 children for Christmas. So
the under Labubu'd, unimbubu'd or under a boo-boo. Yeah.
The Labubu deprived. Labubu deprived or Labubu depraved?
I think you are Labubu depraved, but the children are Labubu deprived.
Oh, good.
And there are no K-pop demon hunter costumes anywhere because nobody thought that was going to be anything.
Right.
And
well, that's
all
the
these
story.
companies have missed out on billions of dollars.
That's like Baby Yoda, right? All over again. It's like who's running to the races to get the first stuff out.
It's too late.
It really is. Well, they have that blaring on my kid's bus on the way home. They're all playing it.
What? They play movies on the bus?
No, they have the music because the music does very well as well.
Oh, they play music on the bus? They
never
played music on our bus. They never played music on our bus, did they?
No.
The wheels on the bus.
They did. But it was like the radio. This is like a Bluetooth speaker they have.
Remember that at all.
Yeah.
I think I blocked out most of the bus stories. I did not have good bus stories growing up. That's why I hate the bus now. All right. Let's talk about a few more things before you have to go. Are you recording again? Are you filming?
Yeah, I'm back on it.
All right. Cool. Go ahead and clap.
Clap again? Sure. I've been recording this whole thing. I thought that was some really good stuff.
Did you ever stop recording?
Well, I stopped recording when I did the screen recording for the Boo-Boo, but then I stopped doing that.
I can still use everything.
Of course you can, and you should.
I have you clap so that I can sync it, but I would get a clap at the end. You can clap in the middle. It doesn't really matter.
You do whatever you need to do.
You do what you Labubu. All right. So Star Wars, where do we fall on the sequels today? Which one do we hate the most of the 3?
The third one, right?
You hate. Okay, so I think for a time I said that the second one, the Last Jedi was the most hated. The Ryan Johnson one was the most hated because that kind of messed everything up, and then they had to sort of retcon everything with Rise of Skywalker to like make everything end, even though it was really stupid and ham-fisted. And they didn't even, Carrie Fisher was dead. Like she wasn't. They had to use like found footage of her just to make a story. It was just like had everything going against it. They should have just been like, you know what? We're not even going to make this movie. We're sorry. Just forget these movies even happened. The fact that they went into that trilogy without a coherent plan, they didn't even know who Rey was. Like, they kept changing their mind about who her daddy was. And then eventually it was just like Emperor Clone Son. And I'm like, what? Right. That's nothing. They never alluded to that. They never played with that at all.
They didn't. No.
If anything, they alluded to her being Luke's daughter because they were like, this was Luke's father's and then Luke's, and now it's yours. And it's like, okay, well, that's pretty clear that you think that this is the heir of Skywalker. But then it's like, no, just kidding.
We were like, she's a clone of Luke because of the hand, Luke's hand.
Right. His hand.
That was right. Because you can get
she
all
did
sorts
end up
of
being
DNA out of a hand.
clone adjacent, so
she did.
I just feel like of all the things they could have done, this was the least interesting choice. Like, I think it would have been better to have her be nobody. Like, that was Ryan Johnson's big thing. It's like, everybody's nobody and nobody's everybody. You could be a Jedi. You're just
everybody
broom
can
boy.
have the Force. The broom boy.
Yeah, nobody's
yes.
special and everybody's special. I'm like, okay, I can get behind that. But then it's like, no, just kidding. It's just this one family and then the Palpatines. I'm like, okay, well, I guess that makes sense, but I don't. It's kind of stupid.
Nobody go back and listen to the podcast where we praise the Rise of Skywalker, because it is out there.
We were just happy to have Star Wars, and I'm sure seeing it was exciting. But in retrospect, I can't even watch any of those movies because I know it doesn't lead anywhere fun.
I told you that my hard copy of it is still in the original shrink wrap that I have yet to.
And I said, I can't
it.
believe you have a hard copy, like physical media for these. I can't even believe that. Is it on VHS?
I had to do it.
Ooh. So anyways, the reason I brought up Star Wars is that we have our first official look at the Ryan Gosling Star Wars, which they're still doing these. This one takes place after the sequels, so I don't know how far after. Like, are we to assume that Rey is dead? Like, it's so far after, or is it like she could be, all those characters could be hanging around? We don't really know. Someone might know. I don't know. But this first photo, it looks more like a scene out of Waterworld than Star Wars, because you just see the open ocean, which is a destination, a landscape that we haven't
This one's called Starfighter, and I'm just trying to figure out if it's actually going to be called Starfighter or if it's one of those instances where the studio's using a code word.
I don't think they do that when they announce it. Like, that's like when you're filming to get permits and stuff. Like, you see all the cast hats that say Blue Tuesday or whatever Jedi was called.
Blue Harvest. Yeah. No, I got it.
I was close. I got the color.
You did. Just didn't get the right day of the week.
What? You didn't get the right day of the week. Your face didn't get the right day of the week. So anyways, here we see Ryan Gosling and co-star Finn Gray, and this blurb says the Mediterranean Sea is behind them. I cannot confirm if that has. I don't know if this one. Maybe this Star Wars movie takes place on Earth. This is the first Star Wars movie that will take place on Earth. That's where they need to go, because the Star Wars takes place in the past, so they need to catch up to current day. That's what we need. Space politics mixed with real politics. That's what the world wants. So, based on this single frame, do you think this movie will be any good?
Well, it's got Ryan Gosling in it, so
You think he'll sing?
It's necessarily going to be good, but it means maybe people will be drawn to it who normally wouldn't be drawn to a Star Wars movie.
Who are these people that don't want to see Star Wars movies?
I don't know.
What is that demo? The
what does
K-pop
that demo
Demon
look
Hunter
like?
demo?
My wife?
My wife.
My kids don't like Star Wars. That's for
My kids don't like Star Wars either. That's true. Yeah.
And it really makes me think about what's going to happen to all my shit in like 20 years.
I'll take it.
Do I just start getting rid of it? I think I do. I think that's the answer.
Well, it's not worth anything. A lot of it.
Yeah, most of it is.
Just sign it. I mean, in 20 years, we'll be so famous from this podcast. You'll be able to sell that at like conventions and stuff. Like, we'll go to the next DanCon and sell it.
I had and let me ask you something. So I have my annual yard sale trifecta, which starts with the toy yard sale at the library that I'm famous for ripping off.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Boy Scout yard sale.
Sure.
And then finally the secondary library toy yard sale. That caps off my yard sale season.
Yard sale season, yeah.
Yes. Are those three. Those are the big, those are the pinnacle, those are the tiers. Right?
He's in mid-season form. Waking up, doing your steroids. Yeah, I'm in mid-season form.
So normally this one that I go to has the yard sale, and it also has something called Truckapalooza attached to it. Truckapalooza is basically like Touch a Truck.
Sure.
So they have it in the library parking lot. They also have a craft fair. But in years past, especially when it rains, the toy yard sale is indoors, so the items don't get wet. This year, I checked the weather. It wasn't going to rain. I was working, so I'd have to leave work in order to go to the yard sale, which was fine. I woke up early. I obviously went to work. I took a break to scope out the yard sale to see if it was indoors or outdoors, because that's how psychotic I am. I get over there at 7, nothing's set up, and the inside of the library just looks like how they would normally have it for day to day, with their collections of audiobooks and toys and games in the front of the library inside. So I say, okay, the toy yard sale is going to be outside. And I just drive back to work. And the library doesn't open till 10 o'clock, and the Truckapalooza event wasn't till 10 either. So I said, okay, well, if I get there at 9:45, I should be able to wait in whatever line exists and go in and have a good time at the library sale. So I get there at 9:45, and they're already open, which was something else, because I was like, what the hell is this? There's no set time. I don't know when to show up. So I get in. It's not outside, which I thought it was going to be. It's indoors. And I'm the only one in there with one other woman and looking around, and everyone's still kind of setting up, and they're like, oh, just make offers. And I'm like, well, thank you. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking around. I don't see much. There's nothing really there that I'm interested in. No Star Wars, no older 90s toys, anything like that. And then I look over, and there's a pile of things, including one box of Star Wars stuff. This woman had shown up about 15 minutes before me and cleared out the Calico Critters, Little People. She had a Charlie horse figure doll from
Lamb Chop.
From Lamb Chop, thank you.
Yeah.
The box of Star Wars figures, which I could kind of see through, and it was just kind of like episode 1. They were like 98, 99 Power of the Force stuff. And I was like, all right, well, I missed out on that. So then she goes to pay for her pile of stuff. And she comes up with this weird story for all this stuff that she puts together blind boxes for kids. Mm-hmm. And the kids get such a kick out of opening these items. Yeah. And she's got the people at the library all like, oh my gosh, that's so great. That's so fun that you're doing that. And I'm like, is this woman lying to them just to kind of make herself feel like she's not going to flip all this shit?
You don't think she's giving them away in blind boxes? Like for Halloween?
No, is that a thing? Is that a thing?
She a teacher? I mean, anything.
No, she wasn't a teacher.
Do you think she didn't look like a teacher?
Well, I went over. I spoke to some people, and I said, she mentioned that she was making blind boxes, and I was like, do people make blind boxes of product and like sell them? Is that like a thing, like on Whatnot?
I mean, probably. I remember
that's
that was
what it felt like she was doing.
It was gonna be like a Goodwill blind box, and I would just grab random stuff.
Like that's what I thought you and I should start getting into and doing a Whatnot, and saying, "Oh, it's reluctant adult blind boxes," and then you and I just have like a $10 box and just put like 3 or 4 things in it that might be $10, or it might just be the mystery.
Sure, but then shipping, it's not worth it.
No, I get it, but people pay for shipping. But yeah, so I was just kind of like turned off because I'm like, I think this lady was just lying and conning me.
She just came up this lie on the spot.
Yeah, so, I think she was.
So they didn't be like, "Why are you buying all these toys? Well, why would you need to lie? They're selling them. They don't care why you're buying
They were all oddly specific, collectible. Not even so much collectible, but collector pieces. Calico Critters, collectible, has a collector's circle. Lil People, collector's circle. Star Wars, of course, collector's circle. A Star Trek board game? What blind box are you goddamn putting that in, you pain in the ass?
You didn't put like one of the game pieces. You get enough of them, you can get the whole game.
Yeah.
So in your mind, this lady is going to flip all this stuff, but she didn't want people to know that, so she came up with a story that made her seem like she was a good person. So she got all this positive energy. She got back to her car and she's like, those fools. Right. They have no idea I'm going to sell these calico critters for money.
so there's the real shitbag library con person.
Holy Jesus. She's the bad guy. You're the good guy.
You're
not a bad guy.
I still have that Ecto. I still have that firehouse. I haven't done anything with that.
Because it's not worth anything.
No,
that
it's
guy's
not.
Like, you should sell it for. You should have given her $100. Like, sir, that thing is not worth anything. Hasbro won't even remake it because they're cheaper. To get the original.
She went in. She had her Venmo all set up. She gave them $35 for the pile, and they were happy for it.
They were happy, sure.
You know what they did? They put it all on one of those dollies, and they wheeled it out to her car for her. She's like, "Where shall I bring my car?"
She got a dolly full of toys for $35.
Yes.
Forget about Ollies. Dollies is where it's at.
Dollies? Oh.
I get my toys on dollies. Did you say you collect dollies? Like, no. Didn't say I collect dollies. I said I put my toys on dollies. It's like, oh, you rub them on dollies? No, what are you saying? This has gone terribly. Turned into John Mulaney for a second.
That was my story.
That was a crazy story. It took a while to get there, but I think the destination was worth the trip, or the locate the the destination.
I got so frustrated. I had 2 little things. I just put them back because I was like, this isn't worth it. The woman got everything.
Oh my God, I hate women who get everything. Leave the toys for the 42-year-old men. They're not for women and children.
This is how it capped. Remember the other yard sale where I met my counterpart Bill?
Yeah.
Looking at the same toys? These women are out there. These middle-aged women are hunting down your toys, people.
Yeah.
God.
You know how they put those like signs around town where it's like, "Are you looking for middle-aged women?" You should have one that says, "I'm looking for middle-aged women. They need to stay the hell away from my toys. Tell them to stay the hell away from my toys."
There's signs.
You ever seen those signs? People buy up domain names where it's like the name of your town and then dating.com or something, or like find. You've never seen that?
This is new to me.
It's just a Florida thing. It's just a Florida thing. People buy up the domain names. Yeah.
This is my, in terms of signs that I thought I'd never see up here, and seeing them down in Florida and being like, oh, that must just be a Florida thing. So when I would vacation in Florida by myself before I had met my wife, I would see the we buy houses for cash signs everywhere as I'd be driving through neighborhoods, and I'm like, oh, we don't have any of those up in Massachusetts. But now they're up here, and I'm like, oh, no.
Because it all starts down here. The grift, it's like, heat rises, the grift rises. They try it out, because down here, people are kind of dumb. They'll kind of go along with it. But if it goes really well, they're like, well, let's try it in Georgia. And it's like, it goes really well. Okay, let's go to the Carolinas. And then finally it gets up to New England.
Going. Oh, my gosh. Oh, shit. It's like watching the local corn go up. You get corn season. It starts down and you get Florida corn, and then all of a sudden you're all the way up in Massachusetts and you get local corn by the end of the summer.
We can't get corn down here. They blocked all the corn. You have to use VPNs now. So anyways, moving on. Quickly, we'll go through a couple of things. This guy, you sent me this. He 3D printed a Blackbird jet from X-Men for Marvel Legends. Yeah. So it's like, the question is this something that HasLab would do? Would people pay for something this big? Because, it's insane. It's insane to think that people would have this in their home. But it's also like not really fun, it's like there's nothing really to it. Like, for what it would cost.
It's like the USS Flag. It's a playset. It's the Naboo. It's the Queen's Naboo shuttle. It's like, that's not a vehicle. That's a playset.
That's probably a good. But there's no like playset features other than they're sitting in chairs.
Right, they're all sitting.
Like, maybe you would have seatbelts. It's just like, it wouldn't be fun.
Get your HasLab Sentinel to hold it and like shake it.
Right. This was my problem with the lab.
Is there a bathroom in that thing?
There is a bathroom back here. That's why they have.
I like it. They got Professor X in the very back. Like,
he's
in
the back.
There,
he has
Professor.
to sit in the back. Yeah. They didn't make the front wheelchair accessible.
Yeah, it's not accessible.
It's kind of terrible in retrospect.
He's flown that before, man. Come on.
With his mines.
No,
but
remember
look at all that
he was in there.
filament that it took behind. They have spools and spools of blue filament to make this.
I didn't even notice that photo.
Even more interesting than this, and this is actually something I think would be a great HasLab. You can see on the shelves behind him, he has the pieces that make up the Spider Slayer. Is that what it was called from the animated series? That would be awesome because they made the Toy Biz did back in the day, but I felt like it was very blocky. Didn't have a lot of moving parts. I don't think I got it either. It was very weird.
I got the Hobgoblin glider. Remember they made the plussed up glider?
Yes.
And that was the other vehicle. And wasn't there Smythe's
Oh yeah. Something.
Because that was the thing. You had Professor X in his wheelchair, but then you had Smythe in his like really cool it wasn't so much it was like a vehicle, but remember that was the whole story with him before he went into that clone robot body. Yeah, he couldn't. The son Smythe was there was a business owner, and then his son was wheelchair bound, but it was in like a pod.
I'm trying to look it up real quick.
But then the son's consciousness got transferred into a robot, and he had those weird like blaster things on his shoulders that were organic.
Right, that's what I remember. Oh, this is a video, and I need to watch that. Yeah,
that figure and that iteration of that character didn't show up until like so much later in the show.
Yeah, sometimes we got the toys, and it was like the character, like you said, the character wouldn't be in the cartoon. Who is this? Right. Do I need his toy? I don't think I ever got Smythe.
Wait, was Smythe?
And then they did like the VHS Smythe recently, and I was like, I don't want this.
That's what it was.
That's who he was.
Kingpin.
I can see his.
Yeah, because
also is it pronounced Smythe? It's not Smith. I've been saying crabapple.
It's Smythe. Yeah.
Right,
okay, that's what it was. Kingpin was bankrolling the Spider Slayers, who were created by Dr. Smythe, who had a son who was wheelchair bound, who then went into a robotic body that had cannon shoulders that were made of flesh. Glad we got there. Prove me wrong, people.
He had fleshy cannon shoulders.
He had fleshy cannon shoulders, but he was a robot.
AI,
so
make me fleshy cannon shoulders. What would that look like? I'm sorry, I cannot complete that request. Damn it, AI! What am I paying you for? Yeah. So I think HasLab needs to make a sharp turn into the animated world. We need more of that.
Yeah.
Give it to me. Give me a Spider Slayer. Or I'll just buy the Toy Biz version, I guess. All right. Let's see if there's anything else. This is an extra long show today. Very quickly,
I can't tell.
The Rock is producing a new live-action Teddy Ruxpin film, and this article I thought this was funny because they're like, Teddy Ruxpin's not actually a bear. He's just a creature that looks like a bear, known as an Iliop. I was like, thank you for making sure we knew that he was not an actual bear. He was just like an alien creature that happened to look like a bear. Also, what is Teddy Ruxpin wearing? Is it a potato sack?
What is this like Kevlar vest? We're speaking Rigelian. They just so happen to sound the same. Perfect.
Was that from Futurama?
No, that was from Simpsons Treehouse of Horror.
Oh. I'm sorry, I don't place that one. I was close.
That's all right.
What is he wearing? What is this outfit that they gave Teddy Ruxpin?
That's always been. It's like a frock. It's like he's got like this.
A frock? The fuck is a frock?
Right. Well, he's got like a long shirt on. Oh my god.
A frock is a garment that can refer to a loose-fitting dress, especially worn by women and girls. Well, he's a bear. He's a bear-shaped alien.
He's not a bear. He's an Iliop.
An Iliop.
Who knows what gender he is?
Oh, he's all the genders.
I have never even met an Iliop in real life. Who knows?
His
best
Grubby?
friend was a freaking walking grub named Grubby. Okay.
Yeah, Grubby with legs.
Grubby.
That one was really creepy. The one that really creeped me out was the two-legged villain that was like a turnip with a spike coming out of his head.
Oh yeah.
That whole series is nightmare-inducing. I really hope they
get my
I
Teddy
hope this is like
Ruxpin
a
out.
horror movie, like how they're doing all the public domain characters as like horror movies.
Sure.
Like just do Freddy Ruxpin as a horror movie.
Here's one for you. Let's talk about this real quick. It's not on your list.
All right.
But did you see the trailer for that new Anaconda movie?
I didn't see the trailer. I saw a still of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the
Look
basic, do you know the basic premise of it?
Yeah, it's like they're going back to like where it was filmed or something like that.
So Jack Black and Paul Rudd's characters are like old school Anaconda super fans from when they were kids.
Yeah.
And they always told themselves that they would make their own version of Anaconda. And it was like, now that we have adult money, we can make it. So they fund it. They get like a small amount of money to make it. They get out there. And then they end up living the movie itself, like in real life.
It really happens to them.
Yeah.
I guess that's fine. I never saw the original. Did you see the original?
Oh, of course I did.
Oh, of course. I'm sorry. Well, someone's going to yell at me for not seeing another classic movie. I haven't seen Anaconda.
I probably, you know what? I don't know if I didn't see it in the theater. I think I just rented the video from your store.
Okay. Man, it was that long ago? I still had a store?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus. No, I definitely didn't see it then. I didn't see Congo either, but my friends gave me the book for my birthday. I didn't read it. Hate to tell you that.
The trauma.
Someone found the Technodrome
right at you give Paul a book. Right.
Oh my God. I was almost going to like throw it in their faces. Like, how dare
That's
you?
your childhood
Also, there were two
trauma.
of them. Did they give me a joint present and it was a book?
And it was a book?
They didn't give me the toys to go with it. Like, that's the only thing. You could have, like,
that would have been better
of
for
the
you,
book.
right? You would have been like, yeah. No, this was like...
Wrap it in the pages from the book. I don't
We
want
went
that
to the yard... So we went to a yard sale today, and, like, one of them, you could tell the parents' idea of toys was, like, these are all smart toys for the child. Ugh. Because the closest thing to toys that they had were Transformers, which we bought the whole box. But then my daughter picked up a robot, and the father was like, oh, well, that's a coding robot. And I'm like, put that down. We don't have the software to play with a coding robot.
We don't learn from toys in this house.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
Like, well, he was like, this yard sale had a 3D printer as well for sale and like a box of cords. And I was like, what the heck?
God.
Science laboratory did I walk into here?
That is wild. In this house, we obey the laws of thermodynamics. Get out of here.
Yeah. Oh, that's the biggest story we didn't talk about. That's crazy.
I don't even care.
We got to talk about it real quick.
From McFarlane. So these are first of all, these figures are $35 each. Which, how much did we pay for the other set? They were closer to 20, right? Maybe 25.
The Batman Forever.
Batman and Robin. Batman Forever.
They were $20.
Yeah, that's crazy. These are 35.
Yeah.
Because they're like deluxe theatrical. I was like, whoa, what does that
mean? Whatever made
Nothing.
up mumbo jumbo that's coming out of McFarlane's ass in terms of these figures.
Does Batman have a cloth cape? It is, but it's like they cut it correctly so that the bottom has like the shape to it.
Yeah.
This Batman looks great. They got the neck right.
But they look great because they're using like studio lighting and cool backgrounds and everything like that. I got excited for this early on. I got excited for these early on. And then obviously the price very discouraging, and then they release the. Then it's like hunting these down digitally is the most annoying thing, because if they all drop at the same time, it's like which one do you sacrifice in order to get the one you want? And you talk about going onto McFarlane's website to get the Penguin Commandos, then GameStop to get the Duck plus the
Max
Penguin.
Shrek.
Then all the other ones they might be available on GameStop, but none of them are available anywhere else. And it's just like, this is a headache getting these. The price for the Duck
that's what
was
they want.
$100, which is crazy to me. So the more I saw it, the less I was interested in it. And the more I saw the figures, I mean, they're great. They're shot well, which is fantastic. But I don't know. I think by most of the time, you see the McFarlane stuff, you see it announced, you're like, I'm going to get it. And then by the time you want to get it, it's disappointing. So I'm just disappointed in these. Accessory-wise, they suck. Cost-wise, they suck.
Cost-wise, they suck. You know, like Penguin's lint trap coat here. It looks like you pulled out the lint trap.
I like what
dryer.
they did with the Penguin Commandos, where they have his alternate coat, but not the Penguin in the figure box. Kind of like what they did with the Gremlin.
They had the Gremlin, a little cutout. I just want paper doll versions of all the figures. That's all I want.
Right.
I was excited about the Penguins, but seeing them, I mean, I don't know what I expected from them, but I was like, I seriously could go buy some Schleck penguins.
You could buy some Schleck penguins and have a craft afternoon at these. You go and get some Sculpey and you just bake it on and paint it. You'd have a heck of a fun time. Crafternoon it.
Is that a term? Did you make that up?
Of course it's a term. No.
I've never heard crafternoon.
You've never heard crafternoon?
Good crafternoon to you, sir.
Well, hello there.
Afternoon. And a good crafternoon to you as well. So in summation, we'll buy these from Ollie's in a few months. It'll be fine after the license ends. I'm not going to talk about this, but you can get the Megazord in Fortnite now, and it's very fun. And you can be any character, and then you get morphed up. You get flashed up to the cockpit, and you join the other Rangers. So this video has Beavis, and it's just very funny.
Fortnite,
but you only one person per game gets to do it.
Fortnite seems to be like the Funko Pop of video games. It's like every license gets to have its turn.
Yeah, I mean, literally, that's what it is. But it's great. I love it. I love it.
I'm glad. Okay.
I think that's enough. It's a long show. I'm not gonna have time to edit this.
It was broken up. I can't tell. Did we do 3 half-hour segments?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
We did. We did 3 full half-hour segments.
Wow.
So you basically get half a show for free this week if you're listening.
I mean, the good thing is this week I was on time, and I said, let's do it earlier, which is excellent. So
you were only 23 hours late, so it was fine.
Oh, well, that is true as well, but I had a rough day yesterday.
No, I appreciate. I was tired as well from the trampoline.
You were trampolined out. I was walking around like some kind of zombie. I don't know. Something. Ugh,
a sleepy zombie. A ninjambi. Not a ninjambi. What's the opposite of a ninjambi? Yeah. What is the opposite of a ninjambi? It would be like, what's the opposite of a ninja? What's a shogun? Or is that something? What's the opposite of a zombie? Samurai.
Zombie? Well, if you're not a zombie, you're alive.
You're just alive. A samurai.
You're just alive.
It's not as catchy. All right. Well, we ended on the worst possible note. All right, everybody.
That's terrible.
Well, what an awful way to end the show.
Yeah.
Remember when I said I couldn't keep lesbians straight? That was funny. Just think back.
That was great. Highlight right next to my shirt. Highlight. If you're interested in purchasing this shirt, too bad you can't. I made it myself.
It's a Patreon exclusive. It's like the Toys on Tap. It is highly illegal to sell, so we have to just buy it on the inside. I'm winking. If you can't see me, I'm winking. This is winking, right? I just have something in my
wink
eye.
Face. Or as my kids try to do, they just do both eyes.
That's just blinking.
Which is funny. They don't have the muscle control yet to go like this.
Is that a thing? I can ask my kids now to.
Ask them to blink.
I'm gonna go wake them up.
Ask them to wink. Wake them up.
Wake up! Can you blink? Can you wink at me?
Or wink.
All right, go back to bed. Go back to bed, you silly goose. All right, Bill. All right, everybody. Well, you know what we say. We don't want to grow up, but we already did. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
I still want